Krohun Gaming.
What's up guys, Krohun here, bringing you the third episode of the talents overview, where I'm going to be doing the third tier of talents. These are the Power Strike, Ascension and Chi Brew. Basically, your options are Ascension. That's your options. Like, literally, as a Windwalker monk, you have to take Ascension. You get extra Chi, just, you know, one extra Chi, which might not sound like much, but I'll explain it in a minute. And the energy regen is 100% important. You don't get that from Power Strikes, you don't get that from Chi Brew. And I'll explain why Chi Brew and Power Strikes aren't viable. Now, Ascension, basically what it's going to do is allow you to go Rising Sun Kick into a Fist of Fury. And that tends to be a lot of burst. And if you're doing that on a healer, so he can't heal, it's going to be the biggest amount of burst you can do with one set of Chi. But you can't do that if you don't have that extra Chi, because you have to jab in between, and it's going to convolute stuff. Also, you can't use like the chi generation and stuff. Like you'll lose chi, you'll waste chi, because you'll be, if you want to get like Fist of Fury out, you're gonna like, and still have chi left over, you're gonna only have one chi kind of thing. And also it just makes things really awkward. You play with both and you'll find out yourself. I'm sure you already have. And the energy regen, you might be like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's only a bit of energy, Power Strikes gives me more chi anyway. When it comes down to the fundamentals, when you play Windwalker a lot, healing spheres are a really big part of everything you do. You have to use healing spheres, and they cost energy, and with that energy regen you can get out the healing spheres more, and you can get back into combat more, because you know you're not empty on energy because you had to use your healing spheres. So it ends up being a big part. So that's the talk of Ascension. I'm going to go over Power Strikes a bit quick. So Power Strikes used to be the most important, and you know, when they added in the energy regen, you switched from Power Strikes to Ascension, because Power Strikes was a real clear winner, and then they switched it, and then it kind of screwed it. Basically, Power Strikes like would be really cool if you had some form of energy regen like you do with Ascension, but it is quite good. It's probably the second. It is the second, actually. It is the second in the order, like Ascension and Power Strikes. But Power Strikes, actually, there's no benefit of having more chi. Like energy regen, like I said, you get healing spheres more. Having more chi isn't going to change anything, because you're going to still get the same chi. You're going to get one extra chi every 20 seconds, which actually equates to pretty much the same sort of thing, except you're going to run out of energy. Alright, so you have the chi to use, but you run out of energy, and then, you know, that extra chi, like, you're going to use it, and then, you know, you might get off one more blackout kick, and then you're not going to be able to rebuild. But the constant energy regen is going to allow you to keep your consistent damage up while you're doing damage, while you're on someone, and then when you're off someone, you can just heal up and whatever else. It does make a big difference, so that's the difference between there. Chi Brew is not viable. Anyone that thinks it is kind of mad, in a way, because it's basically the equivalent of 2 blackout kicks. But, so that's like, you might get 2 blackout kicks, but you could just jab, blackout kick, and you'd keep all the energy and stuff that you had from before and stuff like that. So it's kind of silly in a way. Like, it would be really good if it like boosted your damage as well or something like that, so it would actually be a cooldown. But it's a 1.5 minute cooldown to get 4 chi, basically 4 chi, and that's 2 jabs, and instead of have it's like a double jab, and it doesn't cost any energy. And when you think of it like that, it kind of sounds silly. And, you know, 2 blackout kicks worth of damage, even if they both crit, and they crit for, like, really high numbers, you know, like 60k, 120k damage or whatever, like, which would be ridiculous. You'd have to have all your cooldowns up, stacking PvP power and stuff to get it on a full resi target. It's not actually going to be worth it, 120k, right, on a 1.5 minute cooldown, whereas if you went Ascension, you would be able to get out that amount of damage in a similar amount of time, but you also can, like, keep up your energy, keep yourself alive, because like, if you haven't noticed, Windwalkers die really easily, so you need to heal sphere yourself quite a bit. And in this situation, it would be like, oh, you don't actually have any way of healing with chi, oh well, then you kind of wasted it. But energy regen means you can heal yourself, and you know, that's why it's the clear winner for me. I guess in a way Ascension just beats the crap out of them both. For them to be viable, I'd say Power Strikes would need to either increase some damage or something, or give some energy back when it procs as well, and then it'd be worth it, kind of, you know, there'd be a comparison. And then late, as we get more and further into the seasons and stuff, the energy regen from Ascension would peak ahead because of the amount of haste we would have on gear and stuff. For Chi Brew to be viable, it probably need to increase your damage by like 10-20% as well as do what it currently does, and then it would kind of be about fair. but it's not going to. So either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to, you know, wait around, subscribe or whatever, and wait for the next video to come out. It shouldn't be too long away, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.